these guys.
What's up? Rick Bolton, Brewster, he's so cool. I don't have the little button.
That's all right. We got something more important tonight.
Yeah, we have more important things to do. Yes, we do. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I am fantastic. No Bethany tonight.
I love the pigtails you got.
We do have a guest. A guest that Brewster booked, which is awesome because none of my other co-hosts ever bothered to book guests. That's pretty sweet that I got somebody help me out.
That's my contribution for the year. I'm good.
Appreciate it. For the year? For 2025 or for
the year's almost over. Yes, I'll start again in 2026.
Okay, good. So FYI, right above Brewster's head is the link so you can buy merchandise from us. And I got this new shirt. See, speaking of my ex-co-host, thing that he used to close the show out with, There Goes the Neighborhood. And on the back, I'm going to spin around see if you can see the back. Can you see that? That's got the little logo right there.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So those are pretty awesome. Those are available at the shop. We're going to tweak it a little bit, do it a little bit better, I think. But if you like this one, you can feel free to order this one or any other ones that are there. Joshua, Megan in the house. How you guys doing? So tonight we are going to talk a little bit about Keeper and the Carpenter's Son. But before we do that, we have a guest that's in the waiting room. You want to go ahead and introduce the guest? Bruce?
No, man, you got this.
So I have my phone going off. That's what I have. We have Mick Strawn. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
All right. See, I like to be in the middle, so I'm going to switch this around. I don't like being over there. How's it going, man? Thanks for joining us, buddy.
It's been going good, you know. I just had a little bit of a heart attack there, and then just have been ironing things out ever since.
Oh wow, yeah, that's
I'm so nonchalant about it too. Like, I had a heart attack.
Well, the thing that really pissed me off, let's talk about the thing that pissed me off. So John Dugan, right?
I love him. He's been on the show a couple times.
John Dugan lives.
John Dugan's story is going to be great, I'm sure.
He lives 20 miles down the road here. He and I are pretty close, and so I have double bypass. Zipper Club, the whole bit. 2 months later, Dugan calls me up on the phone and he goes, "Ha, I beat you. How did you beat me?" He said, "Quadruple zipper."
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, "Oh my God, John, you got to calm down." On them rants and shit.
So yeah. I'd like to see him calm down. I mean, that'd be like death. Yeah, negative. So he puts that out. I'm like, well, that's just mean. So I see him 3 months later. 3 months later, we're getting up into like March. So we're getting up into March. I go and did 3 hours in a show for somebody, and who's there? There's Dugan's there. I was like, oh wow. So So I was like, and I gotta tell you, it took quite a bit out of me. I was like, by the time I was done, I was just okay. I've had enough, and I am like just they had it at the exit mind, things are dragging. Anything that drops is gonna stay there. That's your right down the line. And Dugan heads me off. He goes, hey, Mick. You couldn't go out and grab me I gotta stay here. Grab me another 12-pack of Rolling Rock. I was like,
yeah, he's great, man. We had we had Richard Heltburn, he did the Ed Gein show on recently.
Right. Yeah.
They did the throwback to the Texas Chainsaw, and he was Richard Heltburn played Jim Sidow's character in that, in the flashbacks and whatever.
Yeah.
I got a pretty good relationship with John. He's been on a couple times. I reached out to him and said, hey, you want to surprise this guy and come on and talk to him about it? Tell him how much you liked it. Because I talked to people that were involved in Texas Chainsaw. They really liked the Ed Gein thing. And he was on here. He was just insane. Richard Helpern's like more like kind of a reserved guy, Like
yeah.
John is not. It was fun. It was real fun.
Did you ever get him the Rolling Rock? Is what the audience wants to know.
I didn't, because I was really tired. I was like, no, I'm going to whine out of this one.
So are you from Tennessee? Is that where you are?
Yeah, I'm originally from California.
Okay.
But when I retired, it was easier. It's cheaper, and
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's especially when you worked in the business that is you just never knew if you were going to be working the next day, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like to get out of that stress bucket. It's easier to retire that way. Yeah.
You're a special effects guy, huh?
I was a production designer and a special effects guy.
You got a hell of a filmography over here.
Oh,
man.
God, yeah, he's done everything.
Yeah, and I directed a couple of things. I assistant directed stuff. It goes way back.
Right on.
Yeah. I would say that I spent most of my time being in art department as a production designer, and the next thing that I did was effects. And the thing is in the town, as a production designer, it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to get the jobs and do them back to back. Mm-hmm. I don't know why it's like you don't find directors just going bang, 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 bang. It takes a long time to prep and there's a lot of schmoozing involved and that sort of thing. But I would say, then I could get special effects work or other art department or commercials or work on stuff like that. I could get those jobs real easy and just string them together in a week,
Mm-hmm. I see you worked on Boogie Nights. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and Boogie Nights has a tie to Cleveland. Do you know what the tie to Cleveland that Boogie Nights has, Brewster?
Oh, I've heard this before.
Well, the director was Paul Thomas Anderson, and his dad is Ghilardi. And you may not know who Ghilardi is. Are you familiar with Ghilardi? Ghilardi was he's an old school horror host that used to kind of like in the vein. Who's somebody else that does that's more national?
Oh well, Elvira.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Right.
And his dad was based out of Cleveland, so that was pretty cool. But speaking of Boogie Nights, though, what everybody wants to know is, was it prosthetic? Did you make
Jesus
it?
Christ?
I don't know.
Hold on.
It's always about dongs with Rick. We're going to tell you that right now.
Well, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you two damn stories.
Oh, right. Here we go.
Okay, here's the first one. So like I said, in between jobs, I would be doing special effects work, and so I would be doing them out of field theatrical services in the Valley. I walked into the office one day and they said, "You got to get across town immediately. They're having the main production meeting is going to be starting right now." And they give me a script. Now, and I'm out and I'm going down the road. So when I get there, if you're late into a situation, especially in a movie, is the great thing about it is that you have a script and you can easily get a couple of scripts. That's the way it was back then. You can have a couple of scripts and you're sitting at the table and you put one script up on the table to turn the pages so that the first AD, because there's 30 people, all the departments, and everybody's sitting in a circle. And so you read one scene and or set up or piece of a scene, and then it goes all the way around the table, and everybody then kind of discusses and gets side meetings and decides, how they're going to proceed forth to do that part of the script. So we're sitting there like that, and the thing is if you just got in there, you'll have the two scripts and you hold one under the table so that you can, flick through it and see if you're going to run into a horrible problem, right? And so script up here, I'm going to get it. And in the script up here, I get to about page 3 or 4 or something like that. And the script down here, I get to page 7. And I look down and it goes, and Mark's character drops his pants. Dirk Diggler, damn it. Dirk Diggler, damn it, drops his pants and reveals his 12-inch dick swinging in front of him. Now, that's the thing is, I saw that down here. And we're just inches away from it, as it were, up here. And I look across. I look across at the prop guy. The prop guy, he's an old friend of mine. He goes, yeah. He says, and here it is. And he bends down. Pulls a kind of an oversized lunch bag, like, slaps the lunch bag down, nice. which is essentially now the center of the table, and the utter laser focus middle of what everybody was looking at, and he just shakes the bag out, and there's this enormous penis. So the whole bit with that. The whole bit with that was that if it was a prosthetic, if it's makeup, then you can't get an X. You couldn't get a X or an NC-17 rating by showing it. The worst you could get was an R rating, because you're not looking at the real thing. You're looking at the fake one. So that what we were all looking at there was a really shaky loophole.
It's a great movie, though, man. I absolutely love it.
Oh yeah.
Ziggy in the house. What's up, Ziggy? We got Mick Strawn on. Check it. Yeah. Just a surprise guest. Well, surprise to me anyway.
Well, okay. You want to go 2 stories on that?
Yeah,
Let's do it,
Okay.
man.
Because the other one's pretty damn weird. So, yeah, yeah, just like that. Only this one's weird. So we get this gag of we have to. Now we're doing special effects, and we're doing the mechanical special effects. So if something has to be shot at somebody, like these wax pellets, that was our job, right?
Yeah.
So we had these wax pellets, and we sat inside a laundry room, and these two porn stars are right in front of us, and it's there. And all three, each one of us, 3 of us had pea shooters, and we were going to shoot the wax caplets when Macy comes in the door and blows the 2 of them away.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So first of all, we then did that scene for 16 hours.
Oh, wow.
So I got to sit here now, kind of give my point of view on this. I'm the second one over, right? I got one of my buddies here, and I'm running this thing, and they had to come. Bill Macy had to come through the door the second time with the gun and shoot it for us to shoot the wax. Well, let's just say it was easily 10 hours before he came through the door the first time. That's how complicated that shot was, because it was a oneer, right?
Yeah.
And in the meantime, these 2 porn stars in front of me, there was this guy on the right that essentially looked like they just took that for a penis. They just took, something 14 stories high and toppled it. And then, so that driving across, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going, and after a while, it got to be just weird, and then it just got distracting, and then it got like just supernatural, because my ass hurt so fucking bad, and all I'm watching is a ding 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 ding, and you started making up tunes in your fucking head to go with the ding, the ding, the ding, the ding. You're right out of your mind, and so. Eventually, we got to the end of that scene, right? And so then we had to go up and we had to blow Bill Macy's head off. And then we are so tired that my boss, who's a very, very competent guy, but he kept getting tangled up in the wire, and eventually we had to cut the wire out. Just let him go out there. You go that way. We'll finish this up right here, and then, and so that was Bill Macy had an air cannon that was only about like this thick and just barely the size of him, right? So that it would be hid behind him, and then we took the trigger to it and put it on the trigger of the gun itself. So like one piece of copper is here, another piece of copper is taped up to the top of the guide of the guard, and boom, and that mortar sprays and back, goes up against it, down he goes, and down he goes. That one looked pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was definitely a good scene. All right, so that was my Boogie Nights question, but obviously we're more of a horror show. So you did Texas Chainsaw, you did some Nightmare on Elm Street. talk about your time doing Freddy Krueger, because you did a couple things with that. You did Freddy's Nightmares. You did the video for Fat Boys.
Yeah.
And of course, Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
Yeah, and Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Yeah, it was for a little bit there. That's what I did. I mean, that's like all I did. Was to service that franchise.
That's a good one to be involved with, though.
Yeah. We
busy.
I thought we did. I thought we did okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the difference to me, it's interesting because the difference between 3 and 4, everybody wants to say. I will agree that 3 is the better film, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, there's something a little bit classy, old school about Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Older than its time, even then. It has a pacing that kind of harks back to more of the Universal films, and my personal favorite was 4. I liked 4. I liked the pacing of it. I know that it was just made in bits and pieces because we didn't actually have a script, because I wrote several of them myself.
I never knew that.
Oh, right on. I didn't know that. Yeah, I did know that there was a lot of different scripts for it, though. I didn't know you wrote one of them. That's pretty cool.
Well, some of the pieces that remained in, the truck hitting nothing was mine.
Mm-hmm.
When the truck comes down, gets to the end, and it's just wraps itself around nothing, and the kaleidoscope, the big kaleidoscope set, and as a way to get from one thing to have Alice break into Freddy's hell, or to break into Freddy's church.
Okay.
And basically how all that stuff looked, but that's what I do. That's what I do.
I liked 4. 5 I didn't like so much, but 4 was good. 4
yeah,
was extension of 3, I think.
I think 3. I think that on 4 I started to be on 5. I started to work on it, but I kept getting in arguments with the director, because he was like, "Well, yeah, but we don't have to worry about that in effects anymore. We can do more of these effects. CGI is coming and all the rest of this." And I was like, and finally in the end, I was like, okay, have a nice time.
Yeah, nobody wants CGI. Like the if you could do the movie with practical effects, that's the way to go. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, I had just seen the new Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
In the theater, and I thought I liked it, and then I went home and I watched the old one.
Yeah.
The old one is so much better. I mean, they're doing there's no computers. They got like $3 on their budget. They're making stuff. Like there's heads blowing up, and it's all this cool stuff that people are actually doing physically, rather than just using a computer to add fake blood everywhere. I hate CGI.
The heart and soul filmmaking is what we don't do with the chaos. It's what we try and put back together after we've done everything else, right?
Right.
You worked on one of the episodes, didn't you? The Freddy's Nightmares episodes?
22 of them from the.
You worked on the whole thing?
Yeah, I did the first season, and I don't know that they had a second season. They had some different.
Yeah.
They would like shoot for a little. I don't know. It got chaotic, and I didn't care.
Yeah, according to your IMDb, you did all 22 episodes.
Yeah, well, there were, like I say, it was
one of them 24 episodes. You did half of them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was fucking exhausting.
Let's see. Megan says practical effects will always be better. Always. If you got real people making stuff, I mean, it's definitely the best way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
so did you grow up a horror fan?
Yeah, I did not. I mean, to this day, I'm still more interested in comedy, and that sort of thing. It's why I like Frankenstein. It's why I like the Bride of Frankenstein and Invisible Man. All those are directed by the man himself, James Whale, and I appreciate the humor. He was a funny guy.
I just for Halloween they had a different horror movie every night at the theater.
Yeah.
And the last week of the month they were all Universal Monsters films. So I got to see Frankenstein in the theater. I got to see Bride of Frankenstein in the theater. I got to see a couple more. Did I see Dracula and a couple others? But yeah, finally, I had never seen Bride of Frankenstein. I think that might have been the first time I seen it was in the
That's
theater.
a really good film.
It's amazing.
It really is. Yeah.
That's the first horror sequel. We did an episode on horror sequels. It's the first horror sequel ever.
We I did a bad horror sequel, very bad. Oh, well, yeah, to Frankenstein. It was Frankenstein: The College Years. Listen,
I saw that on your IMDb.
You know what? You've done pretty horrible things to eat before yourselves, and don't think about it. Just don't think about it.
That sounds awesome, man. I like all kinds of movies. I like really, really good, like Oscar winning kind of things, but then I also like Toxic Avenger,
Exactly.
Bad movies. It's a bad movie. It's great, but it's a bad movie. It's not going to win any awards.
Yeah.
But
just survive. That's it.
Yeah, I love all different kinds of movies. So, Brewster, ask a question.
Yeah, I saw that you were involved with that Corman Fantastic Four movie that never got released.
Oh yeah,
I was.
Our friend JP Cross has it on Blu-ray. He says it's the best Fantastic Four movie ever.
So you were unaware that was their intentions when they were making that movie.
No, that's what they said.
Yeah.
For me. See, you have to be delicate when you drive into this chasm right here.
Whoops, sorry.
Well, you see, because you're kind of coming at that from the actor's point of view, right?
Mm-hmm.
And producer would rather stop breathing than not lie to an actor. So
not lie. Okay.
Yeah, you heard me. God damn it.
Right on.
And so the thing is when you have people that really have things to do, right, and stuff, well, they kind of like give us the skinny on the whole thing, Go, oh yeah. We're basically trying to keep the rights to the film, and we have to make 50% of a film. And I was fascinated all the way through that thing. I was fascinated because I wanted to know what 50% of a film was. So is that starting from the emulsion side up, or it's like, is it if you cut it down the middle like this, or can you just do all the reels straight across? I don't know.
It was like another 10 years before the other one came out with Chris Evans and Jessica Alba, or Jessica, is it Jessica Alba or Biel?
Yeah.
Alba?
Yeah. Which one's the original? Because there's three of them, right?
Well, there's including the movie you worked on, 5.
Yeah.
But there's 2 with
Oh,
Jessica
don't count
Alba.
what. Don't throw that in my face.
It exists. It exists. You can find it. My buddy has it on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
I've never
and
seen
you know
it.
what? Hey, the thing is that take a look at how often he made one. I'll make you bet it's every 7 years.
Probably. That sounds about right to keep the rights. But
I think that's I think it's absolutely. I mean, you know what? But good on him to go from renting out Corman's place to actually going over to Marvel and getting them to actually write it. Come on,
yeah, there was
that's just spunk.
there was the 2 with Chris Evans and Jessica Alba, those ones. And then there was another one that was, oh my God, it was the worst movie ever.
And I sat through Fried Green Tomatoes in the Notebook.
So bad. Oh my God, it's so horrible. And then the newest one that just came out that Disney did, and that one was pretty good.
You know what? Here's the weird thing about the new one. The new one looks like ours. It really did. It kind of looked a little bit more cartoonish, and I was like, "Hey, that's all I had to go by back then." God damn it!
Yeah, the Thing definitely looks very similar to the one you did.
Yeah, it really did. Right?
Well, yeah, but they were trying to make him look like he does in the comic books. That.
Yeah, that's our only point of reference. That was the funny thing about it, is that it seemed, and this will kind of blow your mind. I production designed that Fantastic Four, which was kind of the last of the super cheapo, funky ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what was one of the first of the glossy, snappy Marvel films
From back in that day?
That's when they transitioned from being, it was hard.
Spider-Man.
It was hard to, no, I mean Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard to go from Fantastic Four. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
that it was hard to get $1 million. And then you walk into Blade and
Blade, yeah, Blade was the start. Yeah, absolutely.
See? Well, I was at the end of it, the beginning of it. There you go.
yeah, because Blade saved Marvel. Without Blade, Marvel would have went out of business. They were real hard up, and they made Blade, and Blade hit like crazy. Like I'm sure way more than they ever thought it would.
Oh yeah, no. At least we were going in there and spending the money to do it right.
Yeah, no, definitely good stuff. Like I love the Blade trilogy. I even like the third one. A lot of people didn't like the third one. I did.
The thing that I wanted, the thing that I did, the thing that I designed on that I designed the blood shower at the beginning.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was probably about 4 months of work, just to get that whole thing put together and experimented with and made to look like I wanted it and all the rest of that. It was it was a lot of work.
Charles Sherrod from the Dive Podcast, which will be on 8:00 right after this. Blade was first, then Spider-Man with Iron Man. They were off and running, and then they went woke. So who cares what came after? I don't know. Oh man, I like them all. I like all the Marvel movies. I like Disney. It doesn't bother me. It's for kids. I don't know. I like it. But what was Let's see. Ask another question, Brewster.
Oh, I saw that you were in charge on one of my favorite Hercules episodes, The Maze of the Minotaur.
Yeah.
What was it like working on that one? Because that one I remember watching late at night when I was a kid, and that Minotaur, that whole scene scared the shit out of me. Because you just hear him in the back after he's killing people, like saying little comments and stuff.
Well, we were doing we got there. I was the production designer. We pulled our coordinators and our line producer from LA, and ran the directors in and out of LA, and we did 5 movies. And those were the original Kevin Sorbo Hercules Adventures.
Yeah.
Right on.
So I think that there are the 5 movies out there, but then I left and they started the TV series, the Hercules TV series that then became Xena.
So the one you did, the women or Amazon Women, I think, was that like what ended up being the pilot for it? Because I remember seeing that the night it aired.
Yeah, that was the first one we set up. Yeah.
So you guys, you were just making short films or TV movies, and they decided to turn it into a TV series.
Yeah. They contracted with ABC, I think Renaissance. That was Sam Raimi's company.
Yeah.
Renaissance did 5 full movies, the Hercules movies, and then the Hercules TV series, and then Xena, and then and then they did a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, they got some run out of the Hercules and Xena thing. So I see you worked on Friday the 13th Vengeance. I'm a big Friday the 13th guy. What was that like? I mean, smaller, independent, crowd-funded production.
Yeah, that was actually first time. I had pretty much retired and I was doing about 1 film a year, like I am now, and I was like, wow, this is weird. How did these people come back the next day? my buddies were like, yeah, that doesn't necessarily happen. So we all drove on through, and I think that we filmed 12 days straight with probably never had the same. I mean, other than the just top creatives, I don't think that we ever had the same person the next day.
Yeah, it's got to be a hard thing to do when you're making a crowd-funded movie, number 1, and number 2, you're making a movie that you're not allowed to profit on.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's why. That's funny you should bring that up, because that's why we did Solitude. So Jeremy and I, who did Vengeance, did another little monster movie with Zippo money. I mean, I think that we must have shook down at least 10, 15 couches to get that thing done. And it's a combination of this game, like survival. It's called Alone.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of Alone?
No.
So they're going to send you out there in the middle of nowhere, and you get 10 things, and then and a radio, and you have to keep filming yourself. You know, and it's these survivalist people that seem to obsess on calories. Like, oh, how many calories down am I with that? They
sound like CrossFitters.
Yeah, they do. They tell you something. It isn't any good to eat grass if you're out there, because the calories it takes to chew the grass is more than the calories you get from the grass. I'm like, I think you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was a movie. That movie you directed, that right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right on. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm not familiar with it. All right.
Actually, you got one I just saw there was this year, Pig Hill.
Yeah, Pig Hill. Pig Hill is coming out, I think, within 3 or 4 months. It will be out on the services. It's a really, really, really Nasty.
Hello.
Nasty. It's a nasty motherfucker. It's a nasty motherfucking film. My God. You know, you're going to take the CD out like this and you go, oh my God, oh God, that's just awful.
You sold me. I'm a gorehound, dude. I love that shit.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Jason Baker's in it. Jason Baker, that's the guy that did he done a lot of stuff for Tom Savini, including the Fiend's makeup, the Black Phone.
That's right.
Yeah,
he did, and
he's in it as an actor though.
Well, he's going to be he and I are going to be crossing over on a Louisiana werewolf movie called Ragaroo.
Oh, okay.
That's next year. It's with Eric Mathis, who did Infernal, and he's a buddy of mine, and he wanted me to come out and make it look wet. Which some guys just take that the wrong way.
No, not us. We're nothing but professionals over here.
I'm definitely excited to see that. Big Hill is that Ari Mihailov's in it too.
Yeah,
sounds really cool.
Yeah.
You worked with him in Texas Chainsaw 3.
I did all the way back in the day. It was it's funny because when I first started to go into cons, and I'd written a couple of books and stuff, and so I would sell them at the cons. And I went to one over here, not far here in Nashville, and as I walk in, all of a sudden I hear, "Nick Strong, Nick Strong, you get your ass over here!" And I was like, oh God, yeah, it was RA.
Yeah, all those Leatherface guys are pretty big, crazy looking guys.
yeah, I know.
we got a couple other faces on the show. We haven't had RA though. We have to try to get him on. It'd be fun.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's he's a nice guy, but he doesn't show it because you don't want that kind of thing.
You gotta live the gimmick, right?
You don't want that sort of thing to get out, definitely.
Right on, man. Right on. So, are you working on anything like right now, or?
It's the new year coming. I'm not gonna do anything here until the new year, but I'm doing I guess you would call it a zombie comedy.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of deals with more than zombies, but it's like one of those paranormal crews that goes out and they have all the cameras and everything, and yet these people have not. It's like they're the ones that would go to the ghost to ask where they would plug their equipment in.
Right on.
So so they're pretty incompetent, but I've got that and Ragaroo and a couple other things coming up next year. And
Megan wants to know what you did on Witchboard, one of her favorite 80s movies, as well as mine. I dropped
of the various bizarre. I mean, we made rain. We actually made an entire valley of rain so that the hearse could come up the valley road and get to the top of it. Mm-hmm. A lot of that, a couple of minor explosions, and my coup de grace, my ultimate was I dropped the fake drywall on the construction crew at the
I remember, yeah. So we were talking earlier when we started. We were talking about John Dugan. He's got a new movie he's making with Bill Whedon, who's another guest of ours. Did you hear about that?
Bill Whedon is it the one with him and Bill Whedon?
There's three guys. I don't remember the third guy's name, but it's a Geezer Gore something or other.
Yeah. Where is that?
It sounds so amazing.
That should be cool. I mean, Terry Gerald. Him and Terry Gerald working on that. So
yeah, that's the other guy's name. Yeah, and then just those are my two favorite. What are they called? Octogenarians when they're 80 and above.
Yeah.
Those are my two favorite old men.
Old guys.
Bill and John, dude, they're just to see them working together is going to be the best thing ever.
I know.
I really can't wait to see that. I'm really excited for that. So that's awesome. You got anything you wanted to add before we get out of here?
No, you know what? I did about 30 of these shows to try and get the word out here at the end of the year. And I think it's about time for me to go have a stroke.
Okay, well, don't do that. But hey, thanks for stopping in, Mick. It was great talking to you, man.
Okay, good talking to you guys.
All right, brother. All right. Well, that was fun.
Dude, yeah, I gotta give a shout out to my buddy James Carnes coming up his new movie Killer Cox. Did an interview with him coming 8 p.m. Eastern.
We'll have to review Killer Cox and get him on here.
Fuck yes, we will, because I told him I'd welcome him back, and I'll bring him on here when his movie comes out.
Let's see. Gitsy says, FaZe says, hey. Awesome. Hey. She's got like more aliases than, I don't know, people that have aliases.
Oh, yeah.
That's the muffin. That's
okay. Yeah. All right, I gotcha.
A lot of names. Always love hearing stories from legends. Absolutely, Megan. That was I hope we did a good job with the interview because I had hardly any time whatsoever to prepare. We were supposed to be reviewing these movies. We didn't want to talk too much about those movies anyway, so we will talk a little bit about them. And Brewster hit me up and he says, "Hey, you mind if we have this guy on?" I was like, "Always. We'll take any, take people all the time." I just wish I had a little bit more time to prepare for questions. And then
James just got in touch. Well, like I said, I did the interview with James last Sunday, which is going up on Monday, 8 p.m. on Brewster Vision. And he'd mentioned to me, I think on Monday or Tuesday, that's why I got in touch with him. And I think Tuesday we figured it out. And so it was all it was very, I didn't want to pass up an opportunity like that.
So tonight we're going to run over a little bit because of that. But so in case you're you see these like pink thingies in my hair, see this? It's my daughter's 13th birthday, and she wanted to put these in my hair, so I let her because you got to do stuff like that when it's your daughter's birthday. So I got these pigtails here. Is that what those are called, pigtails? But
you look like my pretty little princess. I mean, Tiki might actually have some competition here now. You get those little pigtails on me.
Right on. So we'll talk about Keeper a little bit, and then I'll briefly talk about the Carpenter son, which you didn't get to see that.
Fuck you.
And give my thoughts on that real quick. But first, Keeper. So I'm going to see Keeper because Death Curse Society is reviewing it on Monday. I want to get it watched before then. Plus, we need something to talk about today. I was going to do a spoiler-filled review for the YouTube, blah, blah, blah. So times are kind of weird. So I go to get to the movie. I got the Regal. I got the, the Unlimited thing. So I go to Crocker Park to see the movie. Those of you that are not in Cleveland, I did like Keeper, yeah. But spoiler alert, I liked it. I didn't like the adventure that I had going to see it, though. It was crazy.
All right, let's hear about this thing.
So I get there, and if you buy the tickets on site, you save a couple money in online fees. So I didn't buy the tickets. I go to buy the tickets there. So we get to the place. There's a fire truck in front of the movie theater. And I'm like, oh, that seems weird. Seems like that's going to be problematic for some reason. I think so. So I walk in. Everything seems normal. I go to the little kiosk. I find my seats. My normal seats are available. I get my tickets. Me and the wife went. And then I walk through the door because you go to there's a lobby, and then you go through the door where the concessions and everything is after that and where they check your tickets. So I get through there, and there's a couple posters that they have for movies. I'm looking at them, and there's a little old lady sitting in one of the massage chairs. She goes, "Oh, no movies today." What are you talking about? No movies today? I was like, I don't know. They just said there's no movies today. So I'm like, what the hell? She said, that line, and the line for the concessions was 30 minutes long. She said, that line's for refunds. They're giving everybody their money back. So I go over, find 3 of the workers there. And the people that work in movie theaters have to be the dumbest fucking people on the planet. I'm sorry. I don't know. A couple weeks ago, you may have been with me. I think you might have been with me. I'm paying at the movie theater, and I'm giving them my total was $10.19, and I handed them a 20, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute, I got 19 cents. Yeah. So you back a 10, you know? And they had to cancel out my order to re-ring it up because they thought they would be short. And I was like, I assure you, as long as you hand me because they already put out of 20, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I assure you, if you give me back the right money, your thing's gonna be right. Nevertheless, back to the theater. So there's 3 people that work there, and I go up to them and I go, why the hell are you guys still selling tickets if the thing is you're not having movies? What the hell? There's 3 of them there. I don't know that this just happened. And I pointed the line. I said, there's 75 people in this line. This couldn't have just happened. This happened at least 5 minutes ago. Yeah. So in the 5 minutes time, you could have put a sign on the gimmick that sells the tickets. So people, and I told them, I said, there's people behind me right now buying tickets. So they're going to have to come in here and get a refund because you guys are fucking retarded.
Oh, you can say it, but I can't.
I was hot, dude. I was hot. And I'm like, is there, and they were like, oh, there's nothing we can do. I said, the 3 of you that are sitting here talking, doing nothing, you can have that conversation in the lobby. So when people walk up to the thing to buy the tickets, you can tell them not to.
Right.
And I'm thinking, like, this isn't rocket science, bro. This is not rocket science. So let's hold on. I dated a dude who worked at a movie theater once upon a time. I like him big and stupid. Absolutely. I know he is because that's what they hire at movie theaters. So we finally get to our line. I have to go all the way to 25 minutes down the road to see this movie now at the horrible movie theater, which is trapped in the 90s, which I'll get to that in a minute. But so I go through and there's 5 registers, right? And only one of them's running to give out these refunds. And I'm like, I could fix all of your problems in 10 seconds. Those 3 idiots that are talking, get 2 of them over here to run the register. Get another one over there to tell people they can't buy tickets. Yeah. And he said, well, we're doing all we can. I said, no, you didn't do all you can. Because if you did all you can, you would have had the machines off, so I didn't buy these tickets.
Right.
Whatever. So my wife was like, they're all kids. They don't know any better. And I said, well, I don't know. I said, my daughter, who you just seen earlier, was 13. I guarantee you she would have been able to go in there and run everything. She would have been able to come up with a plan and made things happen. So I still want to see the movie, so I go to the shitty movie theater. And this movie theater has like the what do you call those seats? The stadium seats where they just like flop up. And then everything in there looks like a 90s Taco Bell. All the colors are like, what a 90s Taco Bell is.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But these people actually know about movies and they're actually nice people and they're not total idiots. They just haven't had their movie theater renovated in the last 35 years. And it's in Elyria. So like we're on our way out there. So my wife was like, oh, so we're heading to the ritzy part of town. I said, you haven't been in Elyria in about 25 years, have you? Because Elyria is a shithole.
Is it?
Oh yeah, Elyria is where people used to have money.
Really?
He was like, oh, we're out here with the rich folks. That's what she said. I said, no, not exactly. Not
what
exactly.
happened?
Full of trailer parks and trailer park trash. So then we get into the movie theater and they have the air conditioner on. So I froze my ass off for an hour and 45 minutes, but I did like the movie. Did you have any quick thoughts you wanted to talk about? Did you have any cool, fun experiences trying to get to see this movie?
Yeah, like I posted about. I told my girlfriend that it was a chick flick, and I made her not watch any trailers so she wouldn't know. And she just started speaking to me again recently.
It is borderline a chick. I mean, it has a chick in it, right? Does that count?
You know, in the
cabin in the woods or out on a retreat.
In the comments in the post, they say any movie is a chick flick. You just gotta. It could be the right. You know what I mean? Right.
Oh yeah, Craig said that. Yeah, I seen that. But yeah, definitely. Like, I think you're going for a romantic weekend away. That's a chick flick. What's a chick? I agree with you.
I thought it was pretty good. I sat through worse this year, as we've discussed. There's a lot of stinkers. I didn't hate paying for it. I wish there was more creepiness though. Like I'm a Cronenberg nut, so when I see like deformities and stuff in a movie, I'm like, let's fucking do this. And I didn't see enough of it. I guess maybe it's just me wanting to see that shit. You know.
So, are you a fan of Osgood Perkins?
From what I've seen of his stuff, yeah. I mean, a couple of buddies of mine are kind of tired of his stuff, but I'm not sick of it yet.
I never seen The Black Coat's Daughter.
Yeah.
That was like his first big movie. I guess he did a couple more otherwise too. I really like The Monkey. I like Longlegs. I like The Monkey a lot better. I like The Monkey the best out of the three.
Yeah, definitely.
You too? Okay, good, good.
There's still some cool trailers for that one. I want to see that Primate that comes out in January.
Hell yeah.
About that killer monkey?
I didn't see that.
You didn't? Do you remember from the 80s there was a movie called Link? It had Elizabeth Shue in it.
I love Elizabeth Shue. I can't believe I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's this guy. He has like 3 monkeys at his house, and like making them run, do household chores and stuff like that. And Link goes crazy. And it's immediately what I thought of when I saw the trailer for this movie, except it looked like a better version of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had big time crush on Elizabeth Shue when I was a kid.
Well, who doesn't, dude? It's fucking Ally and I'm sorry.
Right, exactly, dude.
I mean, as much as Daniel was being a cock blocker to Johnny, I mean, we can't really.
Oh yeah, he was the bad guy in that movie.
He was. Well, they both were flawed individuals for sure.
But did you know that? And I didn't confirm this, but the guy, I was listening to the review for Keeper, and they told me that the main actor in Keeper was Donald Sutherland's son.
Oh, no shit.
I didn't know he had another son. I just knew Kiefer.
Yeah.
Let's see if
well, maybe it's like the Skarsgårds or the Carradines. There's like 20,000 of them,
Yeah. Is it Rosef Sutherland? So I imagine they had different mothers. That's what I would think. And this guy seemed like he had like an accent, like he was foreign. So I'm thinking maybe. Who knows? But you had Tatiana Maslany, She-Hulk.
Was she in that?
Yeah, she was in that. And she was also the mom in The Monkey.
Get the fuck out of here.
Gitsy says, I like Keeper the best. Longlegs kind of blue in her opinion. Longlegs was like a weird version of Silence of the Lambs to me.
Yeah.
Which I liked it. I just didn't like it as much as Ryan did. Ryan liked it a lot more than me.
It was definitely an artsy, slow burn, but that was.
So was this.
This one had a little more. I don't know. I think this one is having more things happen.
This one did seem better paced.
Exactly.
Better pace.
I'm not against slow burns. They just have to be a pair. One underrated one for slow burns is has Justin Long, and I don't think a lot of people know about it. It's called House of Darkness.
No, I don't know about it.
He goes home with this chick. She got this big castle, and the whole movie is essentially. I'm not going to spoil what happens, but the whole movie is essentially kind of them talking in this room, but it keeps you interested.
The other son was in the Lost Boys.
Oh shit, he was.
Is that the same guy from Keeper then?
No, she said the other son. He did have another son who was in the trial.
3 sons? Okay, I don't know this other son.
God, what the fuck was his name?
I didn't know. I thought there was Kiefer and that's it.
Yeah, that was kind of the thing about the Lost Boys, the tribe, was the guy playing a relative of David was actually a relative of David.
And Gitsy brings up a good point here. Osgood Perkins always nails the music. You know why? Because Elvis Perkins, his brother, and Anthony Perkins' other son, always does the music in all his movies.
Angus Sutherland.
Who is it?
Angus Sutherland.
Angus Sutherland. None of them have like normal names.
That is true.
Yeah, they all got weird names. But yeah, I found out another cool thing about Osgood Perkins when I was looking up stuff about that movie, but I can't remember. Yeah, well, his dad obviously was Anthony Perkins from Psycho, and his mom was in one of those planes on 9/11.
No shit.
So that's probably why his movies are a little fucked up.
Huh.
The guy's been through some.
Dude, I'm always saying, man, people who are like deep into the horror genre and whatever have some kind of past trauma that they're escaping. I'm living proof of that, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Megan says Angus. She said to look it up too. All right. So So, what would you grade this movie on a letter scale?
I'd say a C plus.
C plus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go better than that. I'm gonna go with a B plus. I really like this movie, and while watching it though, there was a lot of stuff that wasn't really explained, and somehow it just all got tied together in the end. I was like, I'm kind of understanding what's going on, but I'm not really understanding. And I was kind of nervous about that, but in the end, everything just got tied together pretty good. I think there were still some vague things like they could have explained what the chocolate cake was doing a little bit better.
Yeah, that one. I mean, I know. Well, we can't do spoilers on this, can we?
Nah, I mean, I don't think we really. I mean, it's still kind of new.
All right, but yeah, that was the one.
I don't know if anybody's here. If you guys are here right now, we're going to talk a couple. We might mention some spoilers.
We'll
try to keep it as vague as possible. What's that?
We're at the hour mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you though. I don't understand why her eating the whole cake changed anything.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so I wasn't alone on that one, right? I thought I was losing my touch.
That didn't make any sense.
Why? I mean, he wanted her to eat it, so she ate the whole thing, but that was bad, apparently.
Well, the taste of it should have sedated her enough for these people, the crazy monsters to kill her.
So what would the whole cake do? You know?
Well, it made her hallucinate for 2 days. It's what seemed like 2 days.
Well, I'll send you the group chat because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. So you talk while I type this out.
All right. And so I don't know. I had other stuff to talk about.
We kind of got a blindside. Well, I'm not blindsided.
Yeah. Did you send whatever you're saying?
I'm saying it right now.
It's probably safe to say because almost everybody's seen the movie that's actually.
There you go. It's up now.
And we gave the spoiler. It's down here. That's why I can't find it. I think she did. I'm going to go ahead and say it. They respected her because she looked like their mother, which was in the beginning of the movie. But I think she more than looked like him. I think she was like a descendant of her or something.
Yeah, it was an earnest, scared, stupid moment.
There's not just she just looked like her. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And I think they could have explained that just a little bit better. And some people had a problem with the beginning of the movie where you show all the girls that he had been with before and how they thought that was like spoilers. And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't get that. I didn't know. I couldn't tell from that there was just some guy that was seeing all these women. I just thought women had bad luck at this cabin. I don't know. Which they did, but I mean,
technically, yes.
Yes, yeah. So I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good movie, though. I recommend that you guys go see it if you can. But I also seen this movie, and I recommend this movie even more. The Carpenter's Son. And the reason I recommend it more is, as you've heard me say a million times on this show, you have to support small, little, independent horror movies, and that's what this is. Even though Nick Cage was in it, it was a very little movie. I got really excited when I heard Nick Cage is going to be in a Jesus horror movie. I lost my shit. I'm like, this is going to be so much fun. There's going to be insanity because Nick Cage is absolutely unhinged and craziness. I didn't expect this to be a serious movie, and it was a serious movie. This movie should never have been marketed as a horror movie.
Really?
And had it not been marketed as a horror movie, there is horror elements, believe me. There's a lot of tension. You have to see it in a theater if you can because of the way the sound is. Like there's scenes where there's a bug crawling, but it's so loud that it just makes it really uneasy. Just all these sounds really make you uneasy in the movie theater, and I think you need that for the experience. But this movie should have never been marketed as a horror movie. Had it not been marketed as a horror movie, a bunch of Christian freaks would have, Christian people, I don't want to call you guys freaks, would have went and seen the movie. But I'm seeing these people like, oh, this is blasphemy and this is evil and blah. Like none of these people even seen the movie and they're talking about that. It wasn't. It was as evil and blasphemistic, if that's even a word, as blasphemous as Passion of the Christ was, or something like that.
Yeah,
Passion of the Christ had horror elements in it. It just wasn't marketed as a horror film. What this movie does is in the Bible, if you're familiar with the Bible, Jesus from 7 years old to 32 years old, nothing exists. Right. They don't talk about it. It doesn't exist. Those books were obviously taken out. And
they talk about that in Dogma.
Yeah, they do talk about it in Dogma. It's like, from 7 years old to Dogma, it's a great point, breaks it down like perfectly. Like a 15-year-old Jesus, he doesn't know he's Jesus. And in this, he doesn't know he's Jesus at first. They start with him being born, and the next thing you know, he's 15.
Yeah.
He thinks Joseph's his real father. And of course, Satan is telling him things like, hey, this ain't your dad, blah, 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 and tempting him in the way it would in the Bible. There's nothing wrong with this movie, I don't think, from that aspect. And I think religious people would have a good, I don't know what to say, a good time, but, like as good of a time as they had with Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
I think that they will appreciate it. And I don't think they disrespected the source material whatsoever. Of course, as I said, Jesus at 15 didn't exist in the Bible, so we don't know what he was doing at that time. But if you watch this movie, you would believe that this is what he was doing.
Yeah.
So there was some body horror parts. Like there's a part where there's people being crucified, which was the way people died back then. It wasn't Jesus's crucifixion.
Right.
And there was a girl that was maybe possessed by demons, and she couldn't talk, and they think she's evil, so she's like chained up, and he goes up to her and reaches in her mouth and pulls this gnarly looking snake out of her mouth, and then all of a sudden she could speak. So like, doesn't that sound like a miracle Jesus would perform?
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't know. I don't know if I liked it. I appreciated it.
Fair enough.
And of course, there's this point where Nick Cage does go Nick Cage, and he just loses his shit because he's dealing with 15-year-old Jesus, who isn't even really his kid. His wife is, and he talks about this in the movie. It's like, oh, so you just came to me because some deity came to you and told you that you're pregnant by me, and I got to tell people this. Nobody's going to believe that. I'm going to look like an asshole, even though he was visited by the angel too.
Right.
He's saying this with all the these and nows of the day. So it's like sound proper. And he's frustrated as Joseph would have been.
Right.
Like, this is my wife and she's pregnant with this other kid, and if I don't go along with this, then I got to stone her. And that's what you did at the time,
So this goes into the Family Guy thing of like, screw you, Joseph, you're not my real dad.
Exactly. I thought again. Dogma and Family Guy. You'll see those elements in it.
I got to
get a little bit of that. And Joseph kind of loses his mind, man. He's just like, I'm trying so hard with this kid that's not even mine. He's giving me all this shit. And then he finally realizes who he is, and then it goes from there. But I recommend you see it. I think Christmas is a good time for this movie. I mean, it's about Jesus. Yeah. It wasn't what I expected at all. And what I expected, I would have enjoyed more, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it was
as soon as I see it, I'll hit you up and let you know.
It was a well done movie. It was well acted. The girl from the worst movie of all time, the Crow remake, FKA Twigs.
Yeah,
she was Mary, and she was good in it. Joseph was good. The guy that played Jesus, the girl that played Satan. I think everybody will like it. I mean, spoiler alert: the girl's Satan, but you would have figured that out inside of 15 seconds if I didn't tell you. It wasn't like well hidden.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So next week, if you're still here with us, we're 8 minutes over. So I don't think anybody else is here anymore, but maybe they are. But if you are still here, next week on Thursday, we're going to take the week off, and what we're going to do is we are going to air my interview with Jason Sweet. Is that his name? The director for Jason Rising and Jason Rising 2. And I'll be doing my interview I recorded with him about a week or two ago. And I'll be in the live chat, but it won't be live. And above my head, I just changed the QR code, and that QR code goes to the Jason Rising crowdfunding, and anyone that donates to that will be entered into a contest to win something cool like this. CJ Graham signed 8x10. Jason Lives. So we gave him a couple of Jason signed items before. They were always Ken Kersinger, and he sucks. But this is CJ Graham, and he's much cooler. He's a lot of people's favorite Jason. So we'll be giving away that. And yeah, I don't know what we're doing the week after that, but I had something planned. But who knows?
We'll figure it out.
We're gonna be doing more reviews. I came up with a structure for the reviews. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. Our producer Tiki is gonna be working on some videos. I figured out the cap cut thing, so I know how to do the gimmick where I put the poster behind me while I talk about a movie. So that I'll be putting some of those out as I watch movies and whatnot. But nevertheless, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Just the usual.
All right.
Stay cool, Freaky Frighteners.
All right. See you guys next week. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, shit. There goes the neighborhood.
There goes the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood.